Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome or welcome back to Checking in with Sunshine, a place where your healing has a rhythm and your peace has a voice. Whether you're tuning in for the first time or tuning in during your morning commute, taking a quiet moment between errands, or winding down after a long day, I'm so glad you're here. Before we dive in, I want to start with telling you that I miss you. And I want to say a gentle and heartfelt, I am sorry for the long pause between episodes. Life got full, not in a dramatic way or terrible way, just in that layered, overwhelming way where times move fast and energy is borrowed. And instead of forcing an episode that didn't feel aligned, I chose stillness, I chose presence, and now I am choosing honesty and return. So, if you're still here, if you still press play today, thank you. Let's get into it. So today's topic is a reminder that you're doing better than you think. So let me start by asking you a soft but honest question. Have you ever had that feeling where everyone around you is cheering for something, a new job, a big move, a glowing milestone, and meanwhile, you're just trying to make it through the day? And then the pressure gets heavier. You start asking yourself, am I falling behind? Am I doing anything with my life? Why haven't I achieved more? Shouldn't I be better by now? And sometimes the loudest question of all is, what have I even done with my life? So let's just pause right here. Today, I want us to interrupt that spiral because here's what I know, and I hope you begin to believe you're doing better than you think. Actually, I am doing better than I think, and so are you. But why is it so hard for us to see our progress? Sometimes the reasons we don't see our growth is because we've been too busy surviving to stop and notice. We normalize our strength, we minimize our progress, we carry so much silently, and then we beat up ourselves for not doing more. We measure our worth with checklists, timelines, forgetting that healing, endurance, and emotional maturity don't come with certificates. And here's what that might look like in your life. You set boundaries for the first time this year, but you didn't give yourself credit for it. You chose rest instead of burnout, and you're actually labeling it as laziness. You healed from something heavy because no one sees it. It feels invisible. But you have to remember that not all victories are loud. Some are quiet, internal, and sacred, and they deserve to be celebrated too. So I want us to talk about taking inventory. Taking inventory doesn't mean pretending that everything is perfect. It means pausing long enough to say, I've come a long way, even if I'm not where I want to be yet. It's looking back without judgment and seeing your story with new eyes. So here are just a few inventory prompts that you can hold today. You can ask yourself, what have I survived that no one knows about? What decisions have I made that protected my peace? What old patterns have I broken, even if it's just hard sometimes? Where have I grown emotionally, even if my outer world hasn't caught up yet? And maybe, most importantly, you can ask yourself, can I acknowledge that I've been showing up even on days that it's been hard? So I'll go first because I'll never ask you something that I don't do myself. So over the past few weeks, here's what I've been taking as my own inventory. I paused this podcast, not necessarily that I have not been checking in, and not because I was abandoning my voice. I gave myself permission to rest, even when it felt risky. I protected my boundaries, even when it disappointed others. I allowed myself to be soft, not just strong. I remembered that healing is not linear, and I'm still allowed to be proud of the messy progress. That's not flashy, but it's real. And when I really sit with it, I feel proud. Quietly, deeply, I feel proud. And you're allowed to feel that too. So let's slow down and take a breath. And you can ask yourself, no filters, no pressure. What part of my story deserves more credit? What am I proud of that I've been keeping quiet? What emotional weight have I carried this year? And what progress have I made that didn't come with applause? And one more, just for today. You can ask yourself, can I offer myself appreciation instead of criticism, just for this moment? So here's a few simple ways to anchor this in your everyday life. You can create a done list. At the end of each week, you can write down things that matter to you emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Not just tasks, but growth. You can celebrate private wins. Some victories are just for you. That doesn't make them small, it makes them sacred. You can even speak kindly to yourself and to your past self. Instead of asking yourself, why did I stay so long? You can try telling yourself, actually, thank you for surviving what you didn't know how to live. You can even pause before moving on to the next goal. You can let your soul catch up and celebrate your step before you sprint again. So here's what I want you to do this week. Softly, you can write a reflection letter, not a journal entry, not a goal list, a letter from your heart to your heart. You can tell yourself what you're proud of, what you've survived, what you're letting go, what you're becoming, and then read it out loud if you can. Let it land. Because the truth is that you don't need to be perfect to be proud. You just need to be present. So thank you for checking in with me today. If this episode resonated with you, if it made you feel seen, heard, or a little lighter, share it with someone you love. Let's keep building the world where being human is enough. Until next time, stay kind, stay real, and keep checking in with sunshine. And always, always remember, you don't have to chase the light. You are the light.